Welcome back to more Pokemon Platinum. So last time we took on Byron, the leader of the Canley, the Canley City gym leader, obviously. Mastered the Steel type Pokemon. We managed to take him on with not too much trouble. And then after that, though, our victory was kind of short-lived because we learned that Team Galactic are enacting their grand ambition. And yeah, they're attacking the lakes, capturing the Pokemon there. So yeah, we're gonna see what we can do, but I think it's gonna probably be just damage control. So let's go to Lake, or Verity Lakefront. And yeah, let's take the Hanuman and Electro. Because yeah, they're already here. Ah, Naraka, what timing? Those Team Galactic scoundrels are after legendary Pokemon. Naraka, help us, you gotta help Lucas. Ow, ouch, what's with this old timer? Yeah, apparently Rowan was able to defeat that dude, I think. Anyway, there's a lot of dull about this, so yeah. It's our mission to stall you, sorry, but I gotta do our job. In order for us to bring peace to the world, we must control it. So yeah, this is very similar to what happens in Hoenn. Also, I love that. Again, the ball rolling on the head like that, anyway. Love all the list, so let's, what do I want to do? I think I'm going for Flamethrower on the Krogan, I'm going to go for Thunderbolt on the Glamian, but anyway. So like I said, this is very similar to what happens in Hoenn, where like Team Galactic, not Team Galactic, Team Magma, Team Aqua, they steal the submarine and then it's in their base and they try to stall you until they get the submarine working and all that. Yeah, it's pretty similar to this. So go for the nice Flamethrower here, and then Krogan. And yeah, it's a knockout for enemies. And Hanuman gets a very nice level up. What's he sing out next? Gulpin. Well, they sing out next, I should be saying. And, well, it's 1v2 because the other person only had one Pokemon, so yeah. Go for a nice Flamethrower in the Golbat. And yeah, Thunderbolt will also take it out, so yeah, that's good. There we go. What's the last Pokemon? Murkrow, alright. Murkrow has really bad physical defense, but yeah. I'm just gonna use my special moves on it. Because that should be enough. And there we go. Very nicely done. Losing was a part of my job too. I feel better by saying that. You're too young to understand. Okay, so at least I'm using Electro and Blue Block together, so that'd be pretty cool. So we have another dull battle to do here. Or we can take on Mars. I'll knock your Pokemon in the orbit. It does such successfully get a nice bonus. You know what, that first person reminded me of something that Chie can do in Persona 4, but anyway. Yeah, that again. Again, that just made me chuckle a lot when I first saw it, but anyway. Unfortunately, yeah, Blue Block doesn't have the best type matchup of this, so I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go for Thunderbolt and the Stunky, and I'm going to try a Pearl Dance. But the thing about Pearl Dance is, in the Dull Bout, it chooses a random target, so yeah. I might be screwing myself over here, but let's find out. So I'll go for the Thunderbolt on the Stunky to knock it out. And yeah, now we can go for a nice Pearl Dance on the Houndour. And wow, it one-shot, very nice. Because of our level difference, I'm pretty sure. Okay, the last two Pokemon, another Houndour. And a Glameow. Well, it's pretty obvious what I need to do here. Yeah, go for Thunderbolt on the Houndour, and yeah, we'll keep using Pearl Dance. But yeah, this is the main reason why people don't like to use Outreach in Double Battles. It picks a random target, so it's very, you can't plan around it, basically. So yeah, that could cause a lot of issues, obviously. Same, I'll go for the Pearl Dance on the Glameow, that should be enough. There we go. My mind is going orbital. There goes our bonus. This is an epic tragedy. And one last person. It's Team Galactic. They took the poke out of the lake. This swimmer, I lost her, but just barely. That face, it brings up bad memories. I'm talking about the Windworks. I call a whole lot of trouble for that little incident. What's with that look on your face? You do remember me, don't you? Fine, whatever. I'll tell you who I am again. I am Mars, one of Team Galactic's commanders. So what is it? Are you some lovey-dovey couple to rescue? Not a chance, not even a teeny one. You're all going down. So yeah, we're finding another commander today. This time it's going to be Mars, who now has 3 Pokemon and has a Golbat. Luckily they'll have Electro, who's going to give it a nice Thunderbolt. So yeah, we'll just do that, and it should be a nice knockout. Very nice. We get the nice Thunderbolt there. Level 44. Next Pokemon's a Bronzor. And I'm thinking I'm actually gonna... Let me see my Pokemon, I guess. I think I'm actually gonna stay in and go for another Thunderbolt. We'll see what it does. I'm gonna hope it's not confusory. Because we were having the last part, so yeah. You get the Parrot, interesting. It goes to extra sensory, alright, that's fine by me. Because yeah, the damage is pretty bad, and you can look at my Thunderbolt and knock it out. There we go, very nice. What's the last Pokemon? Oh well, it's pretty obvious, it's Perugly. This time at a proper level. He has Fake Out, but it might screw itself over by doing this. Yep, it did. Yeah, I got flinched, but it gets paralyzed. I think that's a good trade. Let's go for a Focus Blast on it to see how much damage it does. This thing does have some pretty good moves in its arsenal, but yeah. Fortunately, not to take my Focus Blast, so there we go. Let's try to redeem ourselves though. Again and again. I lost again. So first the Windworks and now Lake Fairy that I owe you for. This should be happening to Team Galactic's commander. Calm down, Mars. I've done my part in all of this. My mission was to transport the Lake Soko to our HQ. That's right, I accomplished my mission without a problem. Team were pulling out, the boss is waiting at the HQ. The Poke with the 3 lakes are connected somehow. Thanks to Sand's grand sting at Lake Valor, a cavern appeared though. There's the cavern where the Pokemon Mestra slept. Mestra appeared too, probably to go help its friends. That worked out well for us, it was super easy to catch. So now we've got them all. Mesprit, the being of emotion. Azelf, the being of willpower. Uxie, the being of intelligence. Now that we have them all, you can look forward to what plans Team Galactic has for them. I see, this also occurred at Lake Valor. Another legendary Pokemon was taken away by Team Galactic. Both of you went up against full-fledged criminals. The fact that you're unharmed is reason not to celebrate. But what about Barry? What's happening at Lake Akudi? Is Barry safe? Naraka, what's Team Galactic up to? They better not harm the Pokemon they took from the lakes. Naraka, I need you to go to Lake Akudi right away. I'm worried about Barry. Interesting enough though, you can surf. But there's no need Pokemon in this lake, I'm pretty sure, so yeah. But there are items though, so yeah. Because you can go down here and get TM38 Fire Blast. Another one, very nice. And of course, in the middle is the cavern, but yeah, as they said, yeah, Mesprit has been taken away, so you can't really do anything there. So what do we do now? Well, it's time to go explore Orbitstrom, but luckily though, there isn't much. I think the only thing we can do is at Orbit Gate, so yeah. So let's fly to, well, Orbit then. Which is down here. Because I believe there's like an important item waiting for us in Orbit Gate if we have strength, so let's go ahead and do that. After that though, the only thing we can do with strength I do believe is go to Mount Coronet, so yeah. So we're all patched up, so let's get going. So yeah, we got the rappel up. Let's break this rock. I am trying to think if there's any else we can use strength, but nothing's going to mind. So yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure that yeah, this is the only thing we can do. So yeah, except for map corner, obviously. I didn't need to do this, but because I could just surf in the water. But anyway. Yeah, here we go. So let's use strength for the first time. Of course, what it allows you to do is push boulders around. To get you an earth plate. Very nice. The rightful bearer of a plate draws from the plate it holds. Very nice. And over here, yeah, you need rock smash and strength. So yeah. To get TM. TM will want focus punch. Powerful move, I believe it's like 150 power or something, but the problem is you need a turn to set it up. And in that turn, you cannot get hit. Hence the name. Most people use moves like Substitute to help them out. In regards to that move, I do like that move a lot. It's a really cool move, especially when people, you know, use it to good effect. Of course, on the best token that makes good use of this game is Breloom. Because Breloom does like to, you know, put things to sleep and then go for its nice focus punch. So now we're going to take a trip to Mount Coronet. In Mount Coronet, by the way, there's no new Pokemon because, yeah, basically, yeah, there isn't any new Pokemon until we can get higher in that place, which we actually can't because we don't have Rock Type. So, let's go Celestic. This is where I want to enter Mount Coronet from because it's close to Snow Point, obviously. That's where the lake is, so yeah. So again, I didn't think we need a heal, but yeah, I'm just doing it just in case. There you are. Yeah, we don't need to fly. All we need to do now is, well, go through Mount Coronet. A little bit. We're not going to do much in that place. Although there is something we will be talking about in that place, but anyway. You can also use strength there, but like, what's that doing? Luckily though, we can do some things around Coronet though, that don't just involve going the correct path, so yeah. Because we can use strength here. You might want to be a little careful when you're using with your bike, obviously, because you might push it the wrong way, so you need to be a little careful. But yeah, with strength we can go and finally get this item. Also, by the way, you can actually go back to Tennessee this way. TM69 Rock Plush, nice. Anyway, it's the rock type version of the Journey, so most rock type Pokemon learn it. Very nice move actually. You could have some fun with Rampardos with that, because Rampardos learns that move. Now, as you see here, there's a Deno. So we can't go that way. And, well, Starbies. More shards is basically what that means. But yeah, as you see here, things are going pretty heat shaman heavy because yeah, we need to use both strength and rock smasher. Rare candy, very nice. Random rock though, huh? I wonder if there's a Hymnite. Nope. Anyway, down here is a nasty surprise, Fog. Technically, this Fog doesn't do anything if you have a repel up, but I bring default just in case. So this is based on floor 1 of Mount Coronet, and actually, I said there was no new Pokemon, however this room is the exception. There's one new Pokemon. Only problem is, it's a pain in the ass to find. And how do you find it, you ask? Well, what you need to do is, you fish in the water. The problem is that this Pokemon only appears in random, like 8 of those random tiles. And I mean the whole of that water. The good thing though, is that if you mix records, I believe that means that you basically share. Whoever you mix records with, they basically share the location, so basically both you and a friend can help hunt this Pokemon down, which definitely helps save a lot of time. Over here's a soft sand, so you got both items that raise the power of ground type moves. But anyway, let's actually talk about this Pokemon. It's V-Bass. V-Bass is a Magikarp clone. The only difference is that it learns TMs and Mood Tutors and Egg moves. Other than that though, it's the same basically. Its stats are horrible, and yeah, you need to evolve it basically in order to be useful. Unfortunately though, there's a bit of a problem. Its evolution is a bit painful to evolve. It's not like the worst thing in the world, but it takes some effort. And that Pokemon of course is Milotic. To get Milotic, you need to raise its beauty to max. And to do that, the best way to do so, that I saw in a playthrough a little while ago, you go to the park in Hearthome, you talk to the Pokemon you have, and sometimes they can help you find Pantry Berries. Pantry Berries is the best berry that gives beauty. So yeah, you plant them, it takes a while for them to grow I'm pretty sure, so yeah, you want to be careful with that. You're getting a lot of good items, like you see a forest of that. And then yeah, once you've grown those, turn those Pantry Berries into Poffins, and then there you go. You got some really good beauty focused Poffins for your Phoebus. Once it has max beauty, it levels up, and then you can get Milotic. Also over here is another event only area, but it has a Never Melt Ice. Again, there's a special Pokemon there, but again, you need an event. Over here, by the way, Route 216. A snowy route. But yeah, let's actually talk about Milotic now. But anyway, I repel it, don't I? But anyway, there it goes. So anyway, Milotic. Let's actually talk about this Pokemon now that you will evolve them. So, how this Pokemon works is that yeah, it's a pure Water type. It has the really cool Marvel skill ability. What that ability does is it raises its defense stat by 1.5 its status, which is actually really cool, so yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty cool ability. And for moves, its pre-evolution doesn't learn anything interesting, so yeah, let's just talk about Milotic itself. So, Milotic gets Recover at 21, that's definitely a move to consider. Other than that though, I guess Rain Dance and Hydro Pump are there. I can actually recommend Hydro Pump, and the main reason why is that Milotic suffers from a very shallow move pool, especially offensively. It doesn't really learn anything else good after that, so yeah. But anyway, for TNs though, I do recommend Ice Beam. Unfortunately after that though, the only other move you could possibly consider is Dragon Pulse. But even then, Dragon Pulse is not good type coverage, especially because it runs Ice Beam. So this is another reason why, yeah, Surf and Hydro Pump should actually be considered in the same moveset. And for Mood Tutors, it doesn't get anything good except, I mean, it learns Iron Head, I didn't know that. For Eggness though, you could consider Mirror Coat and Light Screen and Hypnosis and stuff like that. It gets some pretty interesting Eggness, not gonna lie. There's also Dragon Breath, but if you're using Dragon Pulse, you don't really need it, so yeah. And then for stats, Milotic is not bad. 100 special attack and 125 special defense are really solid. 81 speed's okay, 79 defense is not bad. And then 9 HP, 60 attack. Pretty cool stuff, not gonna lie. The only problem is that again, its move pool is shallow, really shallow. So what I recommend doing is probably teaching this thing like Toxic. Because yeah, again, like I keep saying, yeah, it doesn't really learn anything other than water type moves, so yeah. Like I said, it's, again, kind of a bland Pokemon. But hey, it's still good though. There's no denying that. It's a pretty strong Pokemon. It's a pretty strong Pokemon in its own right, so yeah. Anyway, let's move on actually. So, I was actually wandering the grass for no reason, by the way, but anyway. I was just interested in Sneasel, that's all, because Sneasel is a Pokemon I really like, and in fact it's a new Pokemon, so you know what, let's just start talking about it. So Sneasel. Dark Ice type. Very cool type. I'm Elite Battler, but cold as my nemesis. By the way, even though this guy looks different, he's actually an Ace trainer. I see that. And he is an Empikon. But anyway, let's actually talk about Sneasel. So Sneasel, like I said, Dark Ice type Pokemon. Really cool type. It used to be a member of the club, but luckily though, a new evolution, it was blessed, and it's a really good one. I guess we could talk about that a little bit. So, also, damn, that hurt. It's also faster, but anyway. That new evolution is Weavile, and to get it, you need a Razor Claw, and that's during the night as well, so yeah. If I use Pearl, that's what not doing, that's okay. And yeah, because it outspeeds us, it's probably gonna knock us out. So, let's try, I guess. Anyway. There's also healing here, by the way. Hail damages everything but Ice-type Pokemon and makes Blizzard arms aggro. So yeah, if you have a Water-type Pokemon, maybe get that Blizzard to you. And dying this thing hurts. I think it has Technician for its ability. Luckily though, it's paralyzed. But anyway. So yeah, let's talk about Sneasel a little bit. They, actually, I'll talk about Weavile. So yeah, so it always gets pressure for its ability. Sneasel actually had some different moves. It's well, different abilities, but yes, Weavile always gets pressure, and yet it's still a Dark Ice type Pokemon. Sneasel does learn some moves that Weavile doesn't. The main one, well, I guess I can go with them. Agility, Slash, Beat Up, and Ice Shard. Ice Shard's a really good one, so yeah. It's definitely a move I can consider waiting for, potentially. The good thing though is that, yeah, the Razor Claw, we still don't have access to it yet. So it's gonna be a little while before, yeah, you can do anything with that, so yeah. But luckily though, Sneasel isn't a bad Pokemon until then. But anyway, now you talked about that, let's actually talk about Weavile. Well, I also try to concentrate on this battle, because this guy is actually proving kind of annoying. But anyway. Revenge and Embargo can be remembered. Revenge could be funny, but it's kind of slow. It doesn't want to use a low priority move, so yeah. So outside that, there's Feint Attack. Night Slash at 35 is definitely a move to consider. Other than that though, it's mainly like support moves and moves it doesn't like using. But how, am I weak at battling too? And we're gonna need a Alarm Milk. Luckily though, there is a place to heal, so yeah. And yeah, we can use like a Paralyze heal. Because yeah, he got this stat and used it against us, so yeah, that was fun. Anyway, the TMs, it gets a bit better. You could try Focus Punch, but I much prefer Brick Break. You could also try X as a 2, Poison Jab are options too. Move tiers though, one move I highly recommend though, Ice Punch. Yeah, this is a Pokemon that takes a bunch of the new physical expansions, but obviously. Ice Punch is a physical Ice type move, which it really wants. So yeah, get that move no matter what. You can also Breathe for it too, but anyway. Other than that though, there isn't anything good because Knockoff hasn't been buffed. Finally, Egg moves, like I said, Ice Punch is there, but so is Ice Shot. Pursue is also there, Fake Out is also there. So yeah, there's a lot of great moves. And then finally, Weavile's stats, they're amazing. 120 attack and 125 speed is amazing. Its other stats though are very low though. Only 85 special defense, 45 special attack, 65 defense is an E3. But yeah, this Pokemon though, it hits like a truck, it's super fast, and it has an amazing offensive type. You can't go wrong with this one, it's amazing. And yeah, I would have probably used it, but you'll see. Anyway, I don't know what I want to do against the Tropius. I guess I could Alt Punch. It's not going to use a Grass type move, I hope. Alright, what else can we find? So, also on this route, you can find Snova. I think we found a Snova while we were running around the grass. Aim for Sweet, okay. But yeah, I can go for Aurora Beam. I could taunt Auto Punch Blizzard, but I doubt it's gonna do much. Because I feel like we're gonna see mostly Ice type trainers to try and take advantage of the hail. But anyway, almost one shot. Yes, Aurora Beam is starting to show its age, I think. Yeah, let's talk about Snova. So Snova is a weird Pokemon because it's a Grass Ice type Pokemon. It's tied for having the most weaknesses of any Pokemon, tied with the Grass Psychic type Pokemon like Execute and Executor. So yeah, not a good start. Because yeah, the main reason why there's the Ice type, because Ice is horrible defensively. It only resists itself, so yeah, and it has 4 weaknesses. It's a very offensive type in return. And it evolves at level 40 into Obamastow. Which, yeah, that's a name. Snova doesn't learn anything that Obamastow doesn't, so let's just talk about Obamastow. You can remember the move Ice Punch. It gets actually some pretty offensive moves, mainly Wood Hammer and Blizzard. Wood Hammer's at 36 and Blizzard's at 47. So yeah. And of course, Blizzard's actually really good for it because of its ability, but its ability is the definition of double-edged sword. Snow Warning. This is a good ability, but the problem is again, it's a giant double-edged sword, because it causes a permanent hailstorm. To be ready to answer any equal, to be ready to accept any challenge. That's the way of the train. Alright. So why is it a double-edged sword? Well, it's because of what hail does. Remember when I said what hail did a little bit ago? Well, let's repeat that. It damages everything that's not an Ice type that makes Blizzard harmless and aggro. And that's really all it does. There's some abilities that benefit from it. I believe Ice Body and Snow Cloak are abilities in this game that take advantage of hail. Ice Body is good and Snow Cloak's cheap and annoying, but yeah. But then herein lies the problem. This ability only helps Ice types. Because again, it damages everything that isn't Ice, and the only thing that other Pokemon can benefit from is a 100% accurate Blizzard, which is nice, but yeah. That's a bit risky in my eyes, so yeah. Again, that's why I think Abolis has a really big double-edged sword with its ability. And yeah, at least though Abolis itself, it gets the hail, so it can use Blizzard just fine. And it actually does hit quite hard as a Grass type. Or a Ice type, I should be saying, with that Blizzard. But anyway. So, what else about Abolis now? Like I said, it takes forever to evolve at level 40. I already told that it's moves, but apparently it does have really good type coverage though. You can learn Focus Punch, Water Pulse, Earthquake, Brick Break. It gets Energy Ball, it gets Focus Blast, there's even Avalanche too. Grass that could be considered. Very, very solid lineup of moves right there. For move tiers, I think the main one's probably Seed Bomb if you don't like Wood Hammer's bad recoil, I guess you could say. And then finally the egg moves. The main one here is probably Leech Seed. It can wall some water types quite well because it's not weak to ice, which means it can wall Ice Speed. So yeah, and that's actually how it's used in competitive, funnily enough. But anyway. Stat-wise, you need to be a little careful with it though, because they're not great. Eat Snowball Punk. Okay, that's a good line. Its best stat is its attacking stats, which are both 92 as 90 HP, and it's 75 defense, 85 slash defense, and 60 speed. They're not bad stats, but the problem is the low speed, because that means that, remember, it has tons of weaknesses, so unless there's a good type matchup, it's probably going to get picked off. So, yeah. Like I said, this is a double-edged sword for Pokemon, and not just because of the ability. Everything about it is, yeah, one big double-edged sword, and yeah, my brother, yeah, when he used it, yeah, he was kind of echoing those same thoughts. I'm kind of happy. It's a good Pokemon, but the problem is it's very hard to use, because it only really benefits itself with its actually quite strong abilities, so yeah, that's a shame. But anyway, now we talked about that, let's talk about another Ice-type Pokemon. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Ice-type Pokemon, yeah, we couldn't tell. That Pokemon's Snorunt. And there is Snorunt. We got a full heal there, so that's nice. Nothing over there. Yeah, PPOs, that's nice. I didn't even need that switch for that, damn it. So let's talk about Snorunt now finally. So Snorunt's kind of a bad Pokemon, it's a pure Ice type. It has Inner Focus and Ice Body for abilities, well there's Ice Body right there. But what makes it interesting is the fact that now it has two evolutions. One's a lot more interesting than the other, so let's talk about the less interesting one first. Glalie. This is like skier, I'm pretty sure. Are you a novice or around mid-level? I've never skied because it hasn't really snowed that much where I live, so yeah. Now the only move you're missing out on, which you shouldn't really be missing out on, is Ice Shot at level 37 for Snorunt, so yeah, there's no problem there. Anyway, Glalie. What does Glalie do? Not much. It does like Crunch for a level up. It does an Ice Beam at 37, so that's pretty good. Because yeah, Ice Beam is a very coveted move, especially because it gets the stab from it. But yeah, Hail, Blizzard are there. You can use this thing alongside a monster if you really want, if you don't mind having terrible weaknesses on your team. TMs, it's got like, actually some good ones, like Water Pulse maybe, if you really want that. There's Earthquake, Shadow Ball, Avalanche, Jarble. Interesting moves. The move tutors, again, there's some interesting ones like Iron Head and Signal Beam. I probably wouldn't use those personally, but yeah. There's a healing place, by the way. Yahoo! This lodge seen better days, relax, finger stuff at home. Very nice. Then finally, the egg moves, the only one that people remember is Spikes. I don't think that like some Pokemon, that's why I'm blown up with layers of thick bullets. Insane, do you know what the thick bat ability does? It has damage taken from ice to fire damage. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, the only one that people remember is Spikes because it helps in competitive. Especially for its alternative evolution, but anyway, let's fight this dude. And find the stats. Glalie is very simple to the stats. It's 80 across the board, which is not a good thing because that means it's mediocre across the board. You could probably get away with stats like that in Gen 3. It wasn't good in Gen 3 either. And yeah, nowadays, yeah, that's extremely mediocre. So yeah. This is a Pokemon that's not really well liked. Especially because its other evolution is a lot more interesting. Also has the same abilities, by the way. So if you're using this thing alongside Bomb Snow, I highly recommend Ice Body. Let's talk about that other Pokemon then. And that Pokemon's Frostlass, a new evolution for Snorunt that makes it a little bit more interesting. Ice Ghost type. That's interesting. That's not bad offensively either. And it's a bit better defensively, although yeah, again, it's still like an Ice type Pokemon still has a lot of weaknesses. Now it only has one ability, and that ability is Snow Cloak, which is a really annoying ability. Raising the evasion by one level under Hail. So yeah, this Pokemon is very annoying in Hail, which yeah, you'll learn about later. What moves does it learn then? Omnis, Swim, Wake Up Slap, and Destiny Bond are the main highlights. It doesn't actually learn Ice Beam for level up now. You probably want to wait for Snorunt to learn that first. The TMs has actually got some nice ice, yeah, nice type coverage. I said ice type coverage. Willow on health, so I'm probably gonna get out of the Dusclops, yeah? Electro maybe? Or do I just take the knockout? I think I'm just gonna take the knockout. But anyway, Battle Pokemon. So yeah, TMs, there's like Water Pulse, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Psychic, Shovel. Yeah, Shovel's definitely one I consider because it's a ghost type, obviously, because the stab from it. Thunder Wave is that too. It doesn't learn Will-O-Wisp, unfortunately, although in later generation I think it can, so yeah. It's pretty cool when it got to do that. But anyway, Mewtwo's, it's pretty similar. It gets like Signal Beam as well. And then finally, Ekmus are the same. Mainly, spikes. Because, yeah, in competitive, this Pokemon is annoying because it's a Ghost-type Spiker, which means you can't Rapid Spin on it, while it's such a Passage. And it also has, like, Destiny Bond too. It has a lot of annoying moves to use that with. That was its main claim to fame. That's mainly because of its stats. Good job, that was an excellent battle. This time though, it decides to focus a little bit more on the stats. 110 speed now is its highest stat. 70 HP, defense and special defense, and 80 attack and special attack. It actually hits just as hard as Glalie, but now it's a lot faster. And it has a little bit more of an interesting... Oh, that's a lot of... It has a little bit more of an interesting type to use too, so that's nice. So yeah, there you go. Process is a really interesting Pokemon. I didn't like how hard it doesn't hit when I used it for the first time. It's definitely supposed to be more of an annoying Pokemon, I feel like. But it does its job quite well with that very interesting type. And yeah, I much prefer using it with Glalie. So yeah. Cool Pokemon. What's not cool though is gonna be the next route. Route 217. Also melee, so. Oh, Naraka. Are you maybe on your way to Snowpoint City? That's what I'm going to. If I use Fly, I can get that instantly, but I'm walking for my training. Yeah, I have no problem with this. I'm used to the cold because I go barefoot and lightly dressed. Oh god. This reminds me of something, but I'm not gonna say it because it's spoilers. Achoo! Oh, that was nothing, really, I'm not cold at all. I'll be going now, please take that. Yeah, I don't even want to imagine what pain she's going through, but anyway. Alright, who do we want to use? I didn't really pay attention. I think it was Electric I wanted to have a go. Yep, looks like it. So yeah, I'm gonna put Hanuman here. I think we're gonna end the part here because, oh boy, I'm not looking forward to this route, Route 217. Yeah, it's gonna be a slog, right? We have a very long and annoying route coming up, so yeah. In the blizzard, hopefully by the time of the next episode, I won't be dead in a snowstorm like Kanas, so yeah. So yeah, like I said, next time we're going to explore Route 217, there's still some new Pokemon to talk about, so yeah, look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.